Some of us might think that the first social network was MySpace. Most of us started out on MySpace, at least in our generation. MySpace, in fact, actually was not the first social network, and most of the features that we grew up with MySpace were on the first social network, which was created in 1997. 1997. The first social network was called 6 Degrees. And Ashley's smiling. Some of us might think that the first social network was MySpace. Everybody in this class probably has a... I can't do this. I can't do it. Everyone is probably involved in social networking. Social networking is not as old as we may think. That's wrong. Most everyone today is involved in social networking. Most of us think that the first social network was MySpace, and most of us think that because MySpace was the first social network most of us got involved in. But the first social network was created in 1997. 1997. This social network was called 6 Degrees. 6 Degrees gave us most of the things that MySpace gave us when we first had MySpace. MySpace had making profiles, listing friends, and sending communication. Social networking was created in the first place to make real-world connections. Real-world connections to communicate with the outside world and everybody around you. I can't do it. Most of us in today's age are involved in social networking. Everybody has a Facebook, a MySpace, or a Twitter. But was the first In today's age, most of us are involved in social networking. Social networking is Facebook, our MySpace, and our Twitter. Everybody's involved with it, and I'm losing my voice. And I'm going to die. Most of us in today's day and age are involved in social networking. Social networking was created to make real-world connections. Real-world connections is connecting with those people that you can't normally connect to, like your family and even your friends who are nearby, but you can connect to them over the internet. The first social network was created in 1997. Most of us might think that would be MySpace. MySpace was actually created... I don't even know that. In today's day and age, most of us are involved in social networking. Social networking is our MySpace, our Twitter, our Facebook, and all those things are connected to us through our smartphones. The first social network was actually created in 1997. It was called 6 Degrees. 6 Degrees offered what MySpace offered us when we first started on MySpace, and most of us thought that MySpace was the first social network just because it was the first one that got extremely popular and everybody was involved in. 6 Degrees offered profiles, friends, lists, and even messaging. Back in 1997, it was much, much too far ahead of its time. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to talk about the causes and effects of social networks. Causes and effects of social networks are going to affect us right now, tomorrow, the next day, and even far into the future. Intro done. 1 minute in. Social networks affect us on our day-to-day life. It allows us to communicate with our family and our friends, our long-distance relatives, and even meet new people through dating sites like Match.com. The real-world connections make it so much better for even businesses. To start a company, you can go on Facebook and you can start a fan page and you can say, I'm going to make a fan page for Dave's Donuts. And people can join it, which will get you publicity, which will be able to have people come join your business, which is probably the greatest effect of social networks for the long term. One of the biggest, scariest parts about social networks is it never goes away. everything you publish to Facebook is yours and stays there. And even if you think you hit the delete button or remove on Facebook, it's never gone because somebody saw it. Somebody might have copied it. It's always going to be there. This can affect anybody. Politicians, just the average person, or just, you know, even...
It's okay, keep going.
Where do I go with this?
Anyway,
I need to realign this.
Okay, there we go, line it.